Hello, everyone, and welcome to Smart English Official.
Before we begin, quick favor. If you want to improve your English in a simple and stress-free way, like this video, subscribe, and stay with us till the end, because today we're showing you how to learn English step by step at home without turning your living room into a classroom prison.
That's right. No expensive courses, no giant grammar books falling on your head, and no waking up at 5 a.m. to memorize 50 words like a robot.
Unless you enjoy suffering for fun.
Which would be a different podcast.
Welcome, everyone. I'm James.
And I'm Lima.
And today we're talking about one of the most useful topics ever, how to learn English step by step at home.
A lot of people want to speak English, but they feel confused. They ask, where do I start? Should I study grammar first? Should I watch movies? Should I memorize vocabulary? Should I marry a dictionary?
Please don't marry a dictionary. The relationship has no emotion.
So today, we'll make it easy. We're breaking it down step by step in a practical, realistic, and actually enjoyable way.
Exactly. Think of this episode like a friendly roadmap. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like your English only appears for 5 minutes and then disappears again, this is for you.
Okay, step 1, before you open any app or notebook, fix your mindset.
Yes, because many people start learning English with the wrong idea. They think, I must become perfect immediately.
And that is the fastest way to become tired immediately.
Seriously. English is not a microwave meal. You do not press one button and suddenly speak like a movie star.
Exactly. Learning English is more like growing a plant. You water it a little every day, you give it sunlight, you don't scream at it because it's not a tree by Thursday.
That's such a good example.
Thank you. I am emotionally connected to this imaginary plant.
So the first mindset rule is this: progress, not perfection.
Yes, if you learn 5 useful words today, that's progress. If you understand one short video today, that's progress. If you speak one full sentence without panicking, that's progress.
And mistakes are normal. Actually, mistakes are part of the process.
Absolutely. If you wait until your English is perfect before you speak, you may be waiting until the year 2097.
And by then, even your cat might be fluent before you.
So relax. You are learning. You are building a skill. And skills grow through repetition, patience, and practice.
Now, step 2, create a small English environment at home.
Notice we said small, not dramatic.
Right, you do not need to paint your walls with grammar rules.
Although that would be memorable.
What you need is simple daily exposure. Change your phone language to English if your level allows it. Put sticky notes on things around your home: mirror, door, fridge, table, spoon.
And if you put a label on your fridge that says refrigerator, you'll learn English and feel smart every time you get snacks.
That's education with benefits.
Also, start listening to English every day, even for 10 or 15 minutes. It could be a podcast, a short YouTube video, or even slow spoken English content.
The key is consistency. Your brain needs regular contact with the language.
Exactly. English should stop feeling like a guest who visits once a month. It should become a regular part of your day.
And here's an important point. Your environment doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to support your habit.
Yes, if you can make English part of your normal routine at home, you're already winning.
Step 3, start with listening.
This is so important. Many learners try to speak before they've listened enough.
Which is like trying to sing a song you've never heard.
Exactly. First, your ears need to become familiar with the rhythm, sound, and common phrases of English.
So what should people listen to?
Start simple. Listen to content that matches your level. If you're a beginner, choose slow English lessons, short dialogues, or beginner podcasts. Don't begin with a fast crime documentary where everyone whispers dramatic things.
Yes, detective. The evidence is in the basement. And you're sitting there like, I only understood the.
Exactly. Choose content you can understand at least partly. Repeat it, listen again, then again.
Repetition helps more than people realize.
Yes, if you listen to the same short audio 5 times, your brain starts catching words, then phrases, then meaning. The first time may feel difficult. The third time feels better. The 5th time feels like progress.
And here's a useful trick. Listen actively sometimes and passively sometimes.
Good point. Active listening means you focus, you pay attention. Maybe you write down new words. Passive listening means you let English play in the background while cooking, cleaning, or walking around at home looking for the remote you lost 5 minutes ago.
Which is always somehow in your hand.
Always. Learn useful words, not random words.
Step 4, vocabulary. But not just any vocabulary.
Yes, learn useful phrases first.
This matters a lot. Some learners memorize long word lists with words they never use.
Like hippopotamus, astronomy, and economic instability, when all they really need is how are you and where is my charger?
Real life first, advanced drama later.
So begin with high-frequency words and everyday phrases. Learn greetings, daily routine vocabulary, home vocabulary, food, feelings, numbers, time, questions, and common verbs.
Words like go, come, eat, make, need, want, know, like, speak, study.
And don't learn words alone if possible. Learn them in phrases. For example, not just hungry, but I'm hungry. Not just understand, but I understand, or I don't understand.
That helps you speak faster because your brain stores language in chunks.
Exactly. Your goal is not to become a walking dictionary. Your goal is to communicate.
And keep a small notebook or note app. Write new words, but also write one simple sentence with each word.
Yes, because if you only memorize the word, you may forget how to use it. But if you use it in a sentence, it becomes more alive and more practical.
Now let's talk about something many people fear: speaking.
Yes, the moment when learners suddenly behave like English is a wild animal.
But step 5 is this: speak from day one, even if you're at home and alone.
Especially if you're alone. That's actually a great place to start. No pressure, no judgment, no one's staring at you while your brain searches for verbs.
Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you are doing. Say, I'm making tea. I'm opening the window. Today, I feel tired. I need to clean my room, but I do not want to. That last one is emotionally universal.
Very universal.
You can also repeat sentences after audio. This is called shadowing. You hear a sentence and you say it right after the speaker.
That's an excellent method for improving pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence.
And record your voice sometimes.
Yes, it may feel strange at first.
Very strange.
A little painful,
Deeply humbling.
but incredibly useful. When you hear yourself, you notice what sounds clear and what needs practice.
And remember, fluency grows by speaking, not by silently hoping.
Exactly. Open your mouth, use the language. Even broken English is still practice.
Step 6, add reading and writing.
A lot of learners ignore this because they think speaking is the only goal, but reading and writing strengthen your whole system.
Reading helps you notice sentence patterns, spelling, and vocabulary in context.
And writing helps you slow down and organize your thoughts.
So what should you read at home?
Simple things: short stories, graded readers, easy news for learners, short dialogues, captions, or short social media posts in English.
Don't start with a 400-page novel full of old-fashioned language and mysterious sadness.
Exactly. Start with material that feels manageable.
And for writing, keep it simple too. Write 5 sentences a day. Write about your morning, your plans, your family, your meals, your mood, your favorite show.
You can keep a daily English journal. It doesn't need to be beautiful, it just needs to exist.
That should be on a poster.
It doesn't need to be beautiful, it just needs to exist. That is also my life philosophy.
Same.
Try writing things like, today I woke up late, I drank coffee, I studied English for 20 minutes, I learned 3 new phrases. These simple sentences build real skill.
And when you repeat structures, they become natural over time.
Follow a realistic home study routine.
Step 7. Make a routine you can actually follow.
Yes, this is where many people go wrong. They create a huge plan on Monday and quit by Wednesday.
From tomorrow, I will study English for 4 hours daily, memorize 100 words, read a novel, watch 2 films, and become British by Friday.
Exactly. Please do not create a fantasy schedule.
Make a routine that fits your real life. For example, 10 minutes of listening, 10 minutes of vocabulary review, 10 minutes of speaking or shadowing, 10 minutes of reading or writing.
That's just 40 minutes. And if you're busy, even 20 minutes daily is better than 2 hours once a month.
Consistency beats intensity.
Always. A small daily habit is powerful. It teaches your brain that English is part of your normal life.
You can even give each day a focus. Monday for listening, Tuesday for speaking, Wednesday for vocabulary, Thursday for reading, Friday for writing, weekend for review and fun.
And yes, fun matters. Watch something you enjoy. Learn with topics you like. Food, travel, sports, movies, fashion, technology, whatever keeps you interested.
Because when learning is too boring, your motivation starts packing its bags.
Now, step 8. Review what you learn.
This is huge. Learning something once is not enough.
Exactly. If you learn 20 words today and never look at them again, your brain may politely throw them away.
Your brain is like, thank you for this information. I will now lose it immediately.
So, review regularly. Go back to old notes, repeat old audio, reuse old phrases. Say them again and again.
Repetition is not boring. Repetition is training.
And let's say this clearly. Do not be afraid of mistakes.
Yes, mistakes are not proof that you are bad at English. They are proof that you are using English.
Beautifully said.
Thank you. I have moments.
If you say a sentence incorrectly, good. Now you have something to improve. If you forget a word, good. Now you know what to review. If pronunciation feels difficult, good. That means you found your next practice point.
Every mistake contains a lesson.
Exactly. So be patient with yourself. Speak imperfectly, learn gradually, improve naturally. Final motivation.
So let's bring it all together.
If you want to learn English step by step at home, here's the path. Start with the right mindset. Build a simple English environment. Listen every day. Learn useful words. Speak from day one. Read and write a little. Follow a realistic routine and review often.
You do not need a perfect home. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need magical talent.
You need consistency.
You need patience.
And maybe a notebook.
And maybe snacks.
Snacks absolutely help.
The truth is, if you keep showing up every day, even for a short time, your English will improve.
One day you'll understand more, then you'll speak more, then you'll feel more confident, and one day you'll look back and realize that the small daily steps really worked.
And that's our conversation for today.
We hope this episode made learning English feel simpler, lighter, and a lot less scary.
If you enjoyed this, remember, learning at home is possible, step by step, day by day, sentence by sentence.
And if you're waiting for the perfect moment to start, this is it.
Start small today.
Stay consistent tomorrow.
And keep going the day after that.
Thanks for listening. We're Lima and James.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.